I'm the first to get comfy on the sofa, Monica following shortly after. I wrap my arm around her, making it easier for her to rest her head on my shoulder. She hums softly. It's a really nice feeling. It is tempting to doze off together, but we know we can't. At least for now.
I wish we had more time like this. It always seems that time goes by too fast when I'm with you.
Her voice has that same downcast tone from when she left on Saturday. I give her arm a quick squeeze, paired with a gentle smile. It just makes those moments with you all the more special. Overly cheesy, but honest. I swear that's my style. But hey, Monica seems to enjoy it. Can't complain too much if it helps me to see that smile. The partial silence is then broken, the sound of the door opening. Broken by the sound of the door opening.
Hey, Hallie, I woke up on time this morning!
Seeming to notice mine and Monica's stunned silence, Sayori's eyes flicker open. To accompany her silence, Monica gives me a look that I can only describe as slightly confused. Maybe I should have told her about Sayori and I's habit to just waltz into each other's houses. Sayori, in contrast, seems completely unfazed by Monica being in my arms. Okay, I don't know if this is how it is in British, but in English it would be U-N-F-A-Z-E-D. There you go. I'm guessing by the S it probably is British, perhaps.
Oh, hey, Monica!
She gives Monica a cheery smile.
Hiya.
Monica stammers a bit. Can't say I blame her. It's not every day your partner's best friend just barges in without warning, after all. Opting to live life in the moment, I open my mouth. You hear that, Monica? Sayori woke up on time. It's the end of days, I tell ya. My sarcastic tone gets a lively chuckle from Monica, and a bit of a whine from Sayori. What was this apostrophe shortening? So a mix of the usual and something I know I'll get used to.
I'm getting better!
Sayori playfully scowls at me. In all honesty, it's a miracle she's put up with me for as long as she has. I know. And I'm proud of you, you know. Sayori's smile returns once more. Monica and I then get up from the sofa. So you both ready to go?
Why, I am. You and Monica looked pretty comfy there.
She gives a giggle to top off the teasing. I just sigh as Moni holds herself against my arm. Come on, let's go. After locking the door, the three of us start to walk to school. I take Monica's hand in mine, and soon enough, Sayori starts talking to us about her weekend. I could get used to this. It doesn't take us too long to get to school. The three of us decide to loiter around the courtyard for a bit. Eventually, though, it's time for Monica to head to her exam. She sighs.
I still feel a little underprepared for this.
Acting on instinct, I gently place my hands on her shoulders. Her eyes meet mine again, her uncertainty barely contained behind them. You've got this, Moni. I've got full confidence in that. Monica gives a nervous chuckle.
That makes one of us.
Moni. I rest my hands on her waist, causing Monica to blush slightly. I give her a firm, loving smile. I'm always going to be rooting for you no matter what. There's a brief moment of silence between us before Monica pulls me into an embrace. We catch a few looks from some of the other students around us. I've got a feeling that, like many other things, I'll need to get used to it. It's kinda amusing, though. Aren't there other couples around school that they could be gawking at? I know Monica's seen as the popular girl around here. But if this past week has taught me anything, aside from expecting the unexpected, it'd be that there's a lot more to Monica than people seem to think. Part of me just wishes she was more willing to open up about that side of her. Maybe that'll happen later. Monica then surprises me by giving me a quick kiss on the lips. I noticed some students seemingly starting to whisper in their little groups. I couldn't care about that, though.
I'll see you later. Love you.
Love you too. Monica then walks off, joining a group of people I assume are some of her classmates. I then slump back into a bench next to Sayori, silently daydreaming about when I'll next see Monica.
You two are really cute together, you know that.
I'm suddenly snapped out of said daydream. Huh?
I don't know, you just have this... You both have some great chemistry.
No, I didn't. Yay.
Like, it just click. That's the only way I can really explain it. I'm just really happy you found someone.
My eyes meet the ground as I smile at what Sayori just said. My face once again bordering on becoming a tomato. Thanks, Sayo. Sayori pats me on the back.
Come on, let's get to class.
I nod and stand up, starting to follow Sayori to our first class. I swear most Mondays feel the same. It almost feels like time itself almost slows to a complete crawl, almost. Though realistically, I'm probably feeling like that for one reason. Just a couple more agonizing minutes, and I'll be able to see her again. Hopefully. At long last, the bell rings for lunch break. The rest of the class starts filing out, myself silently wishing I was the first out. It does suck being at the back of the class sometimes. Well, it's Japanese school, they have doors on both ends, you know. I start to head for mine and Monica's regular rendezvous point, the roof. It becomes a second habit at this point. Oh wait, hold on, did I read that? It's become. Okay, no, I read it wrong. I'm dumb. I would have waited by the main hall for her to finish, but the school's been a bit strict when it comes to loitering around here. Especially with it being exam season. I bolt up the stairs only to find myself seemingly alone on the roof. I look all around me, even looking behind the door in case she wanted to surprise me. Nope, she's not here. Exam must have run over. I go towards the bench we'd usually sit at and get my lunch out. As I start to eat, I soon hear the loud stamping of approaching footsteps. Whoever it is, they seem pissed. Suddenly, the door swings open, hitting the wall quite loudly. As a result, I turn around and my eyes meet Natsuki. As per my prior assumption, she seems exceedingly pissed. As to why she is, I have no idea. Despite the distance between us, I can tell she's muttering something. In typical Natsuki fashion, there's some obscenities thrown in there, or here and there. For a second, her eyes meet mine, and she falls silent. Her eyes averting mine almost instantly after they meet. After they met. Words I can read, I swear. There's silence for a good minute or two before Nat speaks up.
Kinda figured I'd find you here.
She tries to come off as snarky, but the subtle shaking in her voice tells me she isn't herself.
You waiting for Monica?
I nod. There's silence between us again. You okay?
I'm fine.
She grumbles after a brief silence. But even she seems unsure of her answer. She looks at me and I raise an eyebrow.
Why are you giving me that look? I said I'm fine, Hallie. Why is that so hard to understand?
Natsuki's tone gets noticeably shakier as she speaks. Definitely not fine. Nat's expression softens as she comes and sits next to me.
Sorry for getting bitchy again.
Hey, don't sweat it. Just, what's up? You don't seem like yourself. Natsuki noticeably fidgets a bit.
It's just been really stressful this morning. Hell, it's been stressful this whole damn year. It just feels like we're being beat over the head with the same shit we've learned for the last few years. Just for us to be stuck in the same cycle of work, eat, sleep for the rest of our lives.
Natsuki sighs, quite clearly frustrated. A small part of me wants to say she's being overdramatic, but at the same time she's got a point. I silently motion for her to continue.
What makes it harder is when half the kids in your classes are complete dicks, and the teachers ain't much better.
Natsuki breathes harshly through gritted teeth. Eventually, though, she's able to relax a bit. After the triad from her, it's certainly a relief. Triads refer to things that come in threes. This would be a tirade, I think is what you're going for? Natsuki suddenly gives a small chuckle. What's funny?
It's just, here I am venting when you're waiting for someone who's got their shit figured out.
I wouldn't say that's exactly true.
Huh?
Ah. Despite my mumbling, Natsuki seemingly overheard me, a fact that becomes clearer by the curious look she gives me.
You want to talk about it? Assuming Monica hasn't completely got your ass whipped yet.
I bite my tongue at that remark. I want to be honest with Natsuki about what Monica's going through. But for one, a lot of that's more private. Second, Monica would probably get a little mad at me if I told Nat about that. Maybe I could tell her about this morning? I sigh. Well, Moni had one of her exams this morning and she was getting really nervous. Like, proper nervous.
Even though she's gonna ace it?
I mean, that's what I told her. But I think it's mainly because everyone holds her up so high, you know. Natsuki seems to dwell on this.
I mean, I guess that kinda makes sense. But I doubt anyone would really think less of her over some stupid test.
My mind immediately reminds me of someone who would. My thoughts are then interrupted by the slightly audible sound of Natsuki wincing in discomfort. You good?
Yeah, just bloody hungry.
I give Natsuki a slightly concerned look. I'm shocked at how casual she's... No, that was it.
Why are you giving me that look, Hallie? It's nothing bad, it's just that Dad doesn't get paid until Friday. It sucks, but we gotta make food last.
Sorry, I didn't mean to assume. My apology gets caught in my throat.
Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. You ain't the first to assume that.
Now I feel bad and dumb. I think I know how to salvage this situation, though. Say, you want to get something from the vending machine on the first floor?
I know, you gonna pay?
I sigh, hesitating momentarily. I suppose. Natsuki flashes me a quick grin before making her exit from the roof. I follow soon after. The walk between me and Natsuki is mostly quiet. Given the bulk of our previous conversation, it's not entirely surprising. I gave her a couple coins and just wait around idly. With the small talk that we did have, I did learn some little bits about her home life. For one, I found out that her mother had left the country when she was quite young, with her dad having to raise her. Apparently, he's also dating someone from his workplace. Soon enough, though, in spite of my reminiscing, I hear some footsteps. I look left, and a smile makes its way onto my face. Hey, Moni. Sure enough, there's Monica. However, the closer she gets, the more I realize how nervous she looks. Hey, Moni, you okay?
Huh?
Monica's attention is snapped towards me. Her expression soon softens as we then share a smile.
Hallie.
She sighs before picking up her pace. Her smile shines brightly up close. Any sign of nervousness she displayed is now gone.
I missed you.
I feel my cheeks redden slightly. I missed you too, hon. We give each other a quick kiss. How'd the exam go? And her nerves resurface again. Great going, dumbass. She grimaces.
I mean, there were parts where I completely blanked on the questions, and now I'm kind of worried I've screwed up.
I run my right hand down her arm and squeeze her hand in my own. I'm positive you did just fine. Monica giggles gently.
I swear you're only one out of us. You're only one out of us that has this much faith in me.
The only one out of us?
It's honestly a bit endearing.
I then move my hands onto Monica's waist, causing her to blush slightly. I mean, I already said it this morning. But just know that I'll always believe in you. In response, Monica rests her hands on my waist and starts to pull me towards her. She closes her eyes and parts her lips. Parts her lips, getting closer and close.
Will you two just fuck already?
Monica and I stand there, pretty much frozen in each other's arms. The pair of us look to the sides. To our shared embarrassment, Natsuki's eyes aren't the only ones locked onto us. There's an intense silence between us as some of the surrounding students begin to mutter. It's a sound that is cut short by the of a classroom door being yanked open. Natsuki, here now. A teacher I don't really recognize beckons Natsuki over. Natsuki huffs and looks away from me and Moni.
Coming.
Nat sulks into the class and the corridor returns to relative normality. Moni and release each other and look away with red cheeks. Sorry, I didn't realize she was still there. She's probably going to think I'm an idiot. How couldn't I remember Nat was there? I mean, I am, but she seems to like me despite that fact, so I can't complain too much.
No, it's fine. Great, now...
Couldn't catch that one in time. I did notice they seem to have modified their auto-ending text boxes so that there's a pause before it, continues on. But whenever it's this long, I can't catch the whole thing.
Great, now everyone's gonna ask if we've actually...
Monica. I gently squeeze her hands on my own and sigh quietly. If anyone tries to say anything, they're probably just jealous. Plus, I'd be kind of lying if I... My words remain stuck in my throat. Of all the things I could have said to her.
So my boyfriend's a pervert. Terrific.
No, My words are, once again, trapped in my throat, and my cheeks turn hellfire red. Out of nowhere, Moni bursts into laughter, only causing my cheeks to burn brighter.
Babe.
Monica then places her hands on my hips, her face adopting a sly smirk.
It's okay. We all have those thoughts sometimes.
She then rubs her thumbs against my waist. In an attempt to diffuse any impending awkwardness, I quickly change the subject. Anyways, you want me to walk you to class?
Wouldn't you be late to your own class, though?
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't mind missing Honda's class.
Hallie.
Monica sighs my name.
I don't want your grades to suffer because of me. I want you to do your best for the finals, you know.
As Monica releases me, the bell signifies the end of our lunch period.
I'll see you at the club later.
We give each other a final kiss before we split off in the opposite direction. Honda's class may drag on, but at least Ryuji makes it bearable. Computer science class certainly woke me up after Honda's snooze fest, but as is the case every week, the bell eventually signed off the end of the day for most students. For myself, it kicked off the extra hour and a half I get to spend with not only my girlfriend, but 3 of my closest friends. Just a few more doors to pass and I'll be there. Hey everyone! My greeting gets the attention of the other 3 present club members, Natsuki being absent for earlier, I'm guessing. Yuri sheepishly waves at me as Monika approaches me.
Hey, hon!
Monika beams happily. Hey! We quickly embrace each other.
Hiya, Hallie!
Sayori smiles cheerily and I smile back. Hey Sayo, you doing good?
I am, yeah. Although I gotta ask, where's Natsuki?
Monika and I share a nervous giggle, our minds being immediately brought back to lunch.
Yeah, about that. Let's just say Hallie and I were getting a bit lovey-dovey and Natsuki... Well, you know how Natsuki gets.
Sayori is able to stifle a... God, why did that one auto-end? Able to stifle a giggle as she mouths...
Oh my god. What happened after that?
Well, the corridor went silent, some people started murmuring, and one of Nat's teachers dragged her in. I may have slightly embellished that last part, but seeing Sayori's reaction is priceless. And then, as if on cue... Oh, my bad.
Hey, your girl's back!
Once again, this isn't shortening anything.
Sorry I took so long.
Oh my god. Hey, Nat.
Hey, Natsuki, how was detention?
Monika and I laugh nervously as Natsuki gasps in faux shock. Sayori trots off to safety, giggling her peach-colored head off. Natsuki grits her teeth as she locks her eyes onto me.
You told her about that?
Monika giggles once more, probably at Natsuki's immediate assertion that I'd told Sayori about what happened. Ah, no, actually. That'd be Moni that told her. Monika looks surprised at my sudden ousting of her.
I mean, she did ask.
Natsuki stays silent for a moment before once again focusing her energy on me.
Throwing your girlfriend under the bus like that? Maybe you ain't as whipped as I thought.
Christ, you ever gonna let that go?
Nope.
Yup, just as I thought. Feeling proud, Natsuki cheerily goes over to the closet. Monika steps a little closer to me.
You don't mind if I talk to Sayori for a bit, do you?
Of course I don't mind. I decide not to press her on exactly what she wants to talk with Sayori about. I'm not that nosy after all. Plus, knowing Monika, it's probably about the finals or the club.
I promise I won't be too long.
Monika walks off to join Sayori at the front desk. As for me, I take a seat in a nearby desk. I suppose the best thing I could do is pick out a book to read. Christ, for someone in a literature club, I sure don't read as much as I thought I would. Maybe I could ask you...
Hallie, are you feeling okay?
Ah! My sudden, albeit hushed yelp startles Yuri, who'd seemingly popped out of nowhere. I didn't miss something like that. No, we're good.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
No, Yuri, you didn't scare me. I just didn't see you. Yuri sighs as she smiles shyly. It's an almost one-for-one of her smile from when I first came in today.
Well, I best get going back to my reading.
Actually, Yuri, you mind if I ask you something?
From me?
Yeah, just something quick. Yuri gently smiles as she scoots a nearby desk next to mine.
I'm listening.
I lower my voice. Do you remember when you bumped into me on Saturday?
I do, yes. I also remember Monika not really making me feel particularly...
Particularly anything in particular? Yeah, about that. I rest my hand on the back of my neck. I just wanted to apologize for how Monika acted back then. Yuri looks a little confused.
Wait, you're apologizing for her?
I nod a little nervously, quickly glancing back at Monika in case she overheard me. Unless she's apologized to you already, of course. Yuri's eyes glide towards the ground.
And now that you mention it, she's kind of been avoiding me today.
What? She has? She nods.
I mean, it's a definite possibility that I could just be overthinking again. But I was just wondering if you two are okay.
Me and Moni? Yeah, we're still good.
I'm glad. I hated if I was the cause of a rift between you two.
A small but very audible chuckle leaves my lungs before I quickly cover my mouth. Out of the corner of my eye, I noticed Monika looking over at me. There's a look I can vaguely describe as confusion, although it quickly dissipates as a gentle smile forms on her face. Me being me, I smile back before returning my attention to Yuri. If it'd help, would you want me to talk to her about it? Yuri ponders a little before replying.
If it's possible, yes. And maybe after the club's finished today, perhaps.
I'll try, don't worry. If it was anyone else, maybe I wouldn't have have that much trouble mentioning it now. Emphasis on maybe. Regardless, I know how much Yuri hates confrontation, especially if she's at the center of it.
Thank you.
It's okay. Just want to try clear the air a bit, you know? Yeah, try clear, not try too clear, just try.
Well, I appreciate it regardless.
Yuri and I end up chatting for a little while longer, just general catching up on school and stuff she's been reading. Soon enough, though, Monica calls out to the club in her trademark style.
Okay, everyone, it's time to share poems.
And with that, we all start the familiar routine, getting our poems out, going around the club and sharing them. I still find it slightly funny. Something a part of me would have considered torture years back has become etched into brain, as if it was second nature. And honestly, I skipped the button because text boxes. And honestly, I'm not even mad. It actually feels great to get creative and not have my arse sat facing a screen for several hours.